threatening in terms of this large tornado that continues on the ground. Let's go back to either Jeremy or Chance. I think we have a stream there we can go to, and let's take a look. And it continues to truck here to the east. Let's go over to
Mike,
go.
This one is still on the ground. It's probably a mile to the west of 177. I'm trying to get over here. I don't know which roads cross the turnpike, but we're trying to get over here to Turnpike or to Hickory, and we're going to post up and watch it come in. But it's still a half-mile wide, large, violent tornado on the ground. This is Bummer. Back to you.
Okay, so continued tornado emergency for Hickory. So we're talking Hickory here in 10 minutes' time from right now. Let's go back to Emily Sutton for an update on the storm in East Norman. Emily.
Yeah, Mike, now we're heading north. We're heading pretty much right towards the circulation. I'd say we're about a quarter to half a mile north of Highway 9. And we are trying to keep an eye through the trees. We have been seeing definitely rapid circulation and suspicious scud going up into the clouds. Definitely inflow. The sirens are blaring out here. We're at Lindsay Street and wait for it, on 108th Avenue Southeast. So 108th Avenue Southeast and Lindsay Street.
Lindsay and 108th Southeast, exact location of that developing rotation in far East Norman. Again, Lake Thunderbird, Pink, and Little Axe still showing tornado vortex forming on radar right now at exactly that location. Let's go to Bob Moore Chopper 4. Take a look at the storm coming up on Hickory with a tornado emergency. It is still on the ground. It is still a large, violent tornado. Go, John Welsh.
Yeah, Mike, we're trying to get around here. Right now, we're just on the northeast side of Lake Arbuckle, just south of Sulphur here. We're shooting back towards the northeast a little bit, and we're looking for the funnel cloud in there. As you can see, there's definitely a lot of. We're probably 500 or 600 feet above the ground, and the scud is probably just a couple hundred feet above us, getting pulled in pretty rapidly. There's still a strong level of winds here, and it's still pretty warm, especially with the pockets of sun down here. Looking in there, trying to find the wedge. However, at this particular time, we still haven't been able to find it, Mike.
Okay, it's crossing 77 right now. Let's go over 177 right now. It's crossing 177 on the ground right now. Let's go over to Mark Dillard and Emily. This is an update for Norman. Yeah, here we go. This is getting more serious here.
Yeah.
Go, Emily.
Mike, it's definitely tightening up right now in front of our eyes. This is definitely a funnel starting to form. We are literally looking directly at it, and we are located on Lindsay, and we just to the west of 108. And you are looking at it literally right in front of us. It is tightening up quickly, Mike. It could tornado. It's probably going to go across the lake.
Okay, this is going to be East Norman, guys. It's going to be just north of Highway 9 as Emily and Mark are on it right now. And it's going to be traveling right over Lake Thunderbird Dam, Pink, and Little Axe. That is a tornado warning, tornado precautions. That appears to be a developing tornado right there. It's on the northern side of 9, moving due east. Emily and Mark Dillard are on it. You hear the tornado sirens going. That's Cleveland County. Eastern sides of Norman right now, right along and north of 9 over Lake Thunderbird Dam, Pink, and Little Axe. This could be a developing tornado control room. If that changes, we're going to come back to them. In the meantime, let's go over to the chopper and let's look at John Welsh and head down to the other tornado warned storm. And John is on it here looking at this is right where the tornado is. It's very low. It's still very large. It's still on the ground. Still has a debris ball with it. Still violent motion. John, our trackers are tracking it. You're right there coming up on the scene. What do you see right now?
Yeah, Mike, it's really hard to see from this particular point. What we do see is a definite big wall cloud right here, and there's a good shelf on it. It's pretty low. We're seeing a lot of inflow in it here. We're seeing a lot of the wind, we're kind of in the wind shift area right here where we're getting a little bit of a tailwind with the being pulled out of this.
Okay, John, appreciate that. Let's go back down and take a look at it from the ground perspective with Chance Cold Iron. Chance, still on the ground, still a violent tornado. What do you have?
Yes, Mike, this thing's going back to half a mile to three-quarter mile wide violent wedge tornado. We've got debris a mile away in front of this thing falling on us, and we've got a few areas that are trying to drop satellite tornadoes out in front of this tornado. But I'm sitting right here on the Chickasaw Turnpike, and the tornado is going to be probably a mile to my west at the moment right now, still moving east.
Greater than a mile.
1 mile wide plus. 1 mile wide plus. Let's go to the storm tracker. Again, very dangerous situation here continues. Again, Hickory coming up here in just under 5 minutes. It just crossed over 177. We're talking like 30 seconds ago. It's over a mile wide, so it's still a very large tornado. So it's heading for Hickory. Try to turn a little bit to the north, just a little bit. So you folks in Roth, it's either going to be very close to you or maybe just to your south. But Hickory is red line, center line, and it's coming up in 5 minutes. Everybody in Hickory, go to Chance Video. Chance Video, go, take it. Yeah, wow. Chance, are you there? Man, violent tornado, big violent tornado. Go.
This tornado's sped up. It's jumping around a little bit to the north now. It's sped up real quick just then. It just took a hard jog to the north.
Yeah, it took a little bit. It took a small turn to the north. We see that on radar as well, which is going to put it up more closer to Roth. So it's either going to go over Hickory or maybe on the northern side of Hickory. We're kind of threading a needle there, which we simply cannot do because these wobble back and forth. But it's taken a little more turn to the north, which will put the red line, center line directly between Hickory and Roth. And, of course, if it's got to stay on the ground, we want it to hit as little as possible. That's for sure. So, but certainly tornado emergency for Hickory and tornado emergency for Roth. And you folks need to be in the safest spot you know. And the tornado is right there. That's all debris. All that is debris. Every bit of that's debris. The hook is filled in with debris. So it's going to be just to the north of due west of Hickory, and it could try to lift up toward Roth. That's all debris right there. Mile wide plus multi-vortex violent tornado, F4 type tornado. Winds 200 miles per hour, give or take. And it's going to be heading into Pontotoc County here, south of Ada. Now, do we have Chance? We can go to Chance. Let's talk to him again, and if we get his stream, go Chance. Okay, Chance is still tracking it with Jeremy. The chopper is also on it, and we can go to either one of those as well. Tell you what, while we're in control of them, just tell me, and we'll go to Emily up here to the north. Let's back out. Matt, let's back out here. We're going to go from this one. Still very dangerous situation, Hickory Roth. Now let's go north. Okay? Tornado warning here. You can see the hook. Now let's back out a little bit. Okay? That's all not real. That's related to a Doppler radar, what it's doing. So we've got other storms here, which are generally near severe to under severe. Some are severe, some are not. Only hail up here right now. Let's zoom on in to Highway 9. Far east Norman near the Lake Thunderbird Dam. Put the north or south dop in it. Let's take a look. And the hook is there, still showing a developing tornado. Very close to the dam right now at Lake Thunderbird and Little Axe. Let's go to Emily Sutton live.
Yeah, Mike, right now we're coming on 120th Avenue Southeast. We're on Highway 9 heading east, tracking this as it heads towards State. We have a small developing lowering right now. Earlier, you saw it's a little bit of a lowering happening over the lake right now. It's hard to see through the trees, Mike, and we're heading east, so I'm trying to pan back. But we are definitely tracking what easily could drop a tornado because earlier that funnel, it was starting to happen, and then all of a sudden we felt a rush of cold air, and it was no longer tightened up like it was earlier. But I think it's beginning to recycle again, and it could drop a tornado over Lake Thunderbird, Mike.
Okay, appreciate that. That's an update for you folks in eastern Cleveland County, east of Norman. Funnel cloud is temporarily dissipated. There's still a tornado warning in effect. No tornado on the ground in Cleveland County, at least not at this very second in time. Now, let's go back to Max 2, and here's the storm in eastern Cleveland County, east of Norman. Let's back out now. Let's kind of back out of this view here. And we're going to take a look as we head on down further to the south. We're going to go back down to the big tornado that is now approaching Hickory. There has been some damage been reported on the western side of Hickory. Let's go to Max 3. Take a look. So the debris ball continues. Still large tornado right there. That's all debris. And it's going to be just on the west-northwest side of Hickory, and now 4 to 5 west-southwest of Roth. So, maybe it'll thread the needle and go in between both locations. That'd be great. But we don't know that for sure. So you'll want to be in that safest spot and you need to know the winds in this are 200 miles per hour plus. It has scoured the ground in some locations, including complete destruction of some things in its path, and it's been over a mile wide. Let's go back to Chance or Jeremy with an update, guys.